Okay, that's better. Now, what is the last question we did yesterday?
Sir, we have to do question number 15.
Question 15. Yeah. Because limit x tends to pi. Sine pi minus x. Divided by pi into pi minus x. See that our formula is limit theta tends to 0 sine theta by theta. That means the angle for sine same to be there in denominator and same quantity has to tend to 0. So here this pi is constant, 1 by pi can be taken out, remaining we got limit x tends to pi sine pi minus x by pi minus x. Now the question is it in standard form? No, there is a small difference. There's a small difference. What is the difference? Here, sine theta by theta, it's okay. The angle for sine, it is there in denominator, so pi minus x is there, pi minus x is here. But that angle has to tend to 0. That means here, instead of x tends to pi, it should be pi minus x tends to 0. Definitely, as x tends to pi. What about as x tends to pi? Definitely, pi minus x will tend to 0, is it? If x becomes pi, x tends to pi means, remember the x becomes pi. If x is equal to pi, then definitely pi minus x will be equal to 0. It tends to 0. So this can be rewritten as is equal to 1 by pi limit pi minus x tends to 0 sine pi minus x the whole by pi minus x, which is 1 by pi into 1. Why is it 1? Because this is of the form limit theta tends to 0 sine theta by theta. See that in place of theta, we have pi minus x. Is it? In place of theta, we have pi minus x. See here, in place of theta, pi minus x. Here also pi minus x. Here also pi minus x. So this theta comes in 3 places. So the angle pi minus x, here also comes. So the answer is 1 by pi. That's the answer.
Sir, the second last line, it is 1 by x or 1 by pi?
What is it?
Sir, oh sorry, 1 by.
What will be that? It will be 1 by pi only. Because 1 by pi I wrote it here. Yeah. Next one. Sixteenth one we discussed yesterday. Now 17th one. Ah, yes, Shashank has seen that. 17th one. One minute is Yes. 17th one. Limit x tends to 0. Cos 2x minus 1. This is a good question. Divided by cos x minus 1. See, definitely, if x tends to 0, if x tends to 0, cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 1. 0 by 0 form. If it is 0 by 0 form, we have to go for simplification. First preference is simplification. See that in basic simplification of this trigonometric functions, one thing is change everything in terms of, you did in class 10 also, in proving trigonometric identities. In proving trigonometric identities, always we prefer to simplify in such a way that change everything in terms of sine and cos. If we change everything in terms of sine and cos, we can simplify it. That is one option. Another thing, see that we never keep the angle as multiple or submultiple angle. Multiple angle means sine x, angle 6, sine 2x, sine 3x. These are called multiple angles. X, 2x, 3x. These are multiple angles. Whereas sine x by 2, x by 3, these are called submultiple angles. Multiple and submultiple angles. So generally, in an expression, we will not keep x and 2x together. We change in terms of 1. That means we change everything in terms of x. If x and x by 2 is there, either change everything in terms of x or change everything in terms of x by 2. We will not keep a part of this expression in x and another part in x by 2. Or we will not keep in x or 2x. Either change everything in terms of 2x or change everything in terms of x. This is one of the basic simplifications in trigonometry. That clearly shows simplifying this expression, definitely this cos 2x has to be changed. But cos 2x minus 1, is it familiar? Cos 2x minus 1. See, be very familiar with all those formulas. Cos 2x minus 1, is it familiar?
So sine 2x.
Is it cos 2x minus 1?
Yes, sir.
No. 1 minus cos 2x and 1 plus cos 2x. Be very familiar. Do you remember 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square x? Remember the formula? So when you see this one, 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square x and 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. In fact, this is 1 plus cos 2x. This is the one what we use for that half angle questions in trigonometry, last exercise. So 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square x. Here is cos 2x minus 1. So what we do is, we will make it as 1 minus cos 2x. How?
Sir, add and subtract 1.
No.
Into minus.
Yeah, take one minus sign out. If you're taking minus sign out, it will be 1 minus cos 2x. Take minus sign out from denominator also. Now it remains same. We are taking minus sign out from numerator and denominator, so that minus and minus cancel. Now, what made us feel to write that in reverse order? It's quite simple, because 1 minus cos 2x, it is 2 sine square x. So we can convert this 2x in terms of x. That's the idea. So is equal to limit x tends to 0 to sine square x by 1 minus cos x. Now see that in this expression, as we discussed earlier, everything is in terms of x. We didn't keep 2x and x. We kept everything in terms of x. Now, again, further simplification. Is it possible? This 2 is taken out. Limit x tends to 0. Can we further simplify it?
Sir, sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x.
Yes, sir.
Definitely 1 minus cos square x, because denominator we have a cos x, 1 minus cos x. Now, can we cancel cos square and cos?
No, sir.
No. Again, simplification. What to do?
Sir, a
Sir, I
square,
need
a
LCM
square
of
minus
2x.
b square. Sir.
Yes. So 2 into limit x tends to 0. This 1 minus cos square x is 1 minus cos x into 1 plus cos x, the whole by 1 minus cos x. Now what happens?
Sir, cancel.
What is cancelled? 1 minus
1
cos
minus
x.
cos x and
Now what is left out, right? What is left out?
1 plus cos x.
Yes. Now what to do?
So place the
Substitute
value
x
of the
equals to 0.
Yeah, now just substitute the value of x, that's all. 2 into limit x tends to 0. 1 plus cos x. Now this is 2 into applying limit 1 plus cos 0. 1 plus cos 0 is 1. 2 into 2, 4 is the answer. So remember it. See here also, by seeing this we can make it out. We never keep 2x and x together. See that? The basic simplification, we never keep 2x and x together. So anyway, we had to change cos 2x. But 1 minus cos 2x is familiar because we have this formula, 1 minus cos 2x, this formula, you have to remember. Be very, very familiar with all the formulas. Then only we can get the idea. So we change numerator, we reverse it. So denominator also reverse it so that we can avoid minus sign. Again, it is 2 sine square x. Since denominator has 1 minus cos x, change it in terms of cos, factorize it and cancel it. That is 17. Now coming to 18th one. Completed? I hope you have completed. Now coming to 18th. This one, 18th is a good question. 18th and 20th, exactly same. So 20th, 18th, I will show you. 20th, you have to do it as a homework. 18th one, limit x tends to 0. X plus x cos x. X plus x cos x divided by b sin x. See, it's important. It's a good question. 18th and even 20th is also a good question. How to start?
Take common.
Limit x tends to 0. We have ax plus x cos x in numerator. Okay, this b can be taken out. So this b